Let's talk the market and do some trading with Alan Nuckman, Chief Market Strategist at BullseyeOption.com. Alan, a little bit of chop here the last 48 hours. VIX can't manage to stay under 20 for too long, I guess.
Well, Oliver, I mean, we've had an epic run in here January and then this breakout that we saw last week. Now, we have to determine, is this a fake out breakout? Are we going to get some follow through? That's the most important thing. We've got to follow what the markets tell us. I listen to you, and you do a lot of thinking about what Powell says and what he thinks and what he's going to do. And, you know, I'm a price guy. I just follow the price performance, and everything remains positive.
Okay. So, ignoring the thinking, where do you go, Alan, to find stuff that hasn't already been all juiced up?
Well, in this example is actually done very well. It's one of the leaders here in January.
I was kind of curious.
But I like the big picture because there's a number of things setting up. You've got leverage buying, which is an indicator that I use. So there's smart money following this. I've got bullish divergence, meaning it made new lows in January, but did not make new highs in implied volatility. That's a sign of a bottom and a shift in sentiment. Now, we've been trading between 30 and 40 for 5 months in Western Digital. Breakout of that target's 50. There's a gap up above at 52 as well. So looking at the big picture, this stock's been between 30 and 60. So 45 is an important one-year pivot. And if it gets above that 45, then we could see a big pop.
Okay. So you're looking for, well, I guess you're not doing too much thinking. You're not thinking about the merger potentially here? You're not thinking about earnings, Alan? Because there's a lot going on in Western Digital. You picked the stock with like the most stuff going on.
Well, maybe that's why I'm looking for some action. And the market's telling us that the action most likely is going to be positive to the upside. So I'm putting down a probability play. That's all this is a probability play. I'm looking at an April 37.5 call. It's trading for about 650 right now. It's got 3.5 months. It's got a 75 delta, and it's only $75 more expensive to buy in March. So, you know, yes, something could happen in the short term, but I've got a little bit of time for things to happen. And most importantly, as we talk in each every week, it's the asymmetrical risk here, and the payoff here is if we get to 50, which is that breakout range target, that option doubles. That means 100% gain in a limited risk option.
All right, always fine with a double for me. I'll take it. All right, so you're holding this thing through April and or when you get to your target. So Western Digital, $50, it traded out a lot in August, so seemingly maybe some kind of resistance up there, Alan?
Yeah, there is, but again, there's a gap, and gaps often get filled. There's a gap up at 52, which I find very attractive. So the first thing I need to see is I need to see a push. We're above the 200-day moving average. That's positive. The next level that I'm keeping an eye on is that 45 midpoint for the year, and we've talked about how that's an important pivot, and that can get it to pop, and then we can get that at $50 as it gets closer to fill in that price gap, and you know, everything's positive. Again, I have the right to be long from 37.5, and the low on this stock is 30. So it's something that I'm comfortable with being long from a lower level, a discount to where we are, and let's see how we react on this next move.
All right. So a little bit of a slowdown today, a little pause. Market trying to figure out if Powell's going to betray us tomorrow after setting us up last week. But you don't think about that stuff, Alan.
Well, I do think about how, you know, we had another positive week in the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ started to play catch up to the market. The S&P that we've talked about had hit its head numerous times on the 200-day moving average of the last year, and now we're above it. We need to see some follow through and attack that 4,200 to prove that this is for real. But, you know, I like the market action. I'm very happy with the market action that we've seen to begin the year. And there's a lot of positives. You know, dollar's down, unemployment's down, rates are down, VIX is down, and stocks are up.
All right, there we go. Well, stocks are down today, but they're up in general this year. All right, Alan Nuckman with the WDC trade, Western Digital, looking for a pop. Appreciate Alan coming to us from the SIBO, Chief Strategist at BullseyeOption.com. Let's talk some consumer. Let's talk China reopening, the impact potentially on foreign buyers.